Hi everyone, it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK, and I've been requested to film a layout share for layouts that I've made recently. I'm going to split this into two videos because there's just far too much to share on here since my last layout share. I've gone through the previous videos just to make sure I haven't doubled any of these up because I don't always remember what I've shared and what I haven't, and I believe these are all new layouts that I haven't done a layout share with. Some of them do have process videos, and if I remember which ones have a video, then I shall let you know. So let's get started with the first pile. Okay, so here is the first layout. So this one here was made using the Never Grow Up collection from Chamel, and it's documenting some photographs of my husband and his friend on their bike adventures. And this acrylic here was what inspired this layout, and this is from Poppy's Crafty Owl. I used to be on the design team, so anything that I have, if I'm on a design team for anything, then I'll leave it linked down below. And also these cogs as well came in the same pack, and his bike is lime green, which is why I chose that colour for the acrylic. So that is the first one. Then moving on, this one here is using Bungalow Lane from Paige Evans, and I made this using a quirky kit, which again I'm on the design team for. And what I did was actually fussy cut all of these leaves out of the 12 by 12 paper. I did some distress ink in the background, and then I added all of my leaves back on, and these wood grain letters should I say were from the same kit as well, and I just used a white gel pen to trace around those just to make them stand out a little bit more. And then this was just from my stash, and then just a few a few chipboard pieces as well. This is documenting the change in the season in our garden. And then this one here was for a Scrap the Boys challenge, and I think it was a sketch challenge. And this one here was the sketch had a whole lot of tags on. So this one here is using Rosie's Studio, and I can't remember the name of the collection, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, Rosie's Studio was this one, and that was for Scrap the Boys. Then this one here was another one for Poppy's Crafty Owl, and it was using this brown Hello Autumn acrylic piece. And I decided to attempt a grid style layout, but using ephemera and puffy words instead of pattern paper. So I just trimmed my pattern paper down to use as a base, and then started adding bits of ephemera and chipboard, popping some up on foam and some flat straight onto the background paper. And I really love that I've got so much on this, but I love how this one turned out. And this collection was I can't remember, Pink Fresh Studio, I think. Then this one here was another one for Scrap the Boys, and this one here was to it was a tic-tac-toe challenge actually from January. So this one is this month's challenge. And so I can't remember what three things I used actually. I know I used, one was winter, one was ephemera or die cuts, and I can't remember what the other thing was, but yeah, I made this one for that. And then I actually made these little, these are vellum, and I've popped some eyelets in, and then I've threaded some gold thread through those eyelets down the middle, and I'm really pleased with how that one came out. Then this one here was actually from a go-go getaway class. With the classes, I do tend to change up the layouts a bit just to suit my style and put my spin on it. And this one was taught by, I can't remember, so I'm terrible, but this one was, yeah, a go-go class, and this was again using the Paige Evans Bungalow Lane collection. Then we have this one here, was another one from Go-Go, and this one was taught by Lorraine. And we made these pumpkins out of paper, really cute pink and peachy pumpkins. And the collection escapes me again. I think it's a mixture of Jen Hadfield and Pink Fresh Studio again, I think. And this really cute little pumpkin charm down here as well, I love. This one here, again, I think this was another Lorraine one from the retreat. Again, changed it up a bit. I added a lot more flowers into my light bulb here, and it worked really well with my title as well. This was us at the Go-Go retreat in, I think it was October, and that was our group photo. Then this one here was a layout, a Halloween layout from Halloween, surprisingly, from last year. And so we have really got into the Halloween spirit each October now, and we love carving some pumpkins. That's a photograph of my husband with a smoking pumpkin. This was another one from the Go-Go getaway. Again, this was changed up quite a bit. So I took the idea of the concertinaed rainbow piece of paper from, this is from the Obed Marshall Fantastico collection, I think. And all of the puffy stickers, apart from these bits here, these are custom titles made by Go-Go, but all of the puffy stickers are from the Fantastico collection, I think. And so yeah, I just changed it up. The original design was a square with another one of these, kind of a bow shape-ish, if you want to call it that, on top. So what I decided to do is actually do a circle coming off of the page and then just distress ink the edges to match the colours of the paper as well, and just did a whole smattering of puffy stickers down the centre. One of my favourites is, again. I've got loads of favourites. This is another one, and I did this, so I was looking on Google for inspiration, and it's not necessarily looking at layouts for inspiration. Sometimes it's just looking at shapes, and this actually came from a home decor idea. So the home decor had a frame, and then it had a whole load of twine wrapped around the frame, and then it had photographs pegged onto it. So it was like a photo frame, but actually what I did is I took that idea of having a frame, so I just made myself a frame using a bit of pattern paper, and I backed that onto some cardstock just to make it a little bit more durable. And then I wrapped a whole load of black embroidery floss around the frame, and then what I did was actually started tucking in my photo and all of these little cut aparts from the Hey Pumpkin collection. And this is a mixture of Hey Pumpkin and also the Simple Stories Halloween collection from last year or the year before. And then there's some thickers added in for my title, and just went to town on the embellishing because it's Halloween and why not. Another Halloween layout as well. This one was using the black frames from Poppy's Crafty Owls. This one says fun and this one says capture, and I believe there is a process video for this one. So if there is, then I will try and link that in the description box down below for you. This one here was another using Rosie Studio, and this is using the Field Notes collection. And the photograph here is of my husband when he was a little boy, and I'm trying to make him a little album of all of his photographs rather than them just sitting there. So I actually decided to do this one, and the colours in this are just really fun and playful. And so I did a stitched rainbow. So I did straight stitch followed by a chain stitch, straight stitch, chain stitch, and then another straight stitch. And then I just had two main areas of embellishments, and I left it like that originally, but I actually decided to add in some of these butterflies, which I just die cut out of using a die, and this is all using the papers from that collection. And then just a couple of tiny word stickers up there from Tim Holtz. This one here was using a quirky kit, and this was mainly Pink Fresh Studio Keeping It Real collection, I believe, these papers. And so I laid up these three papers as a semicircle down here and then matched it up here. And then I did quite a few mini titles. So I put My Tribe down here, used the pom-pom trim that came in the kit as well. So I had My Tribe down here, bunch of loons and So Funny up here, and then just a small layering down here for my embellishing. This one here was another one for Poppy's Crafty Owl. So I had the match day acrylics along with the little football boots and the football, and it also came with a football shirt as well, which I didn't manage to get on this layout, but I used a cut file for the football, and the collection I used was the Pink Paisley Wild Child, the boy collection. And these are all bits, stickers and cutter parts and ephemera bits from Wild Child. Then this one here, excuse me, was another one for Poppy's Crafty Owl. And this one here was this acrylic piece here that says T for 2. And so I decided to do a kind of half circle using circles. I don't think it really started out that way, but that's how it ended up being in the end. And this was to document, oh, and the little teacups as well, and this was to document an afternoon tea that I had gone for with my husband, very first afternoon tea we'd ever been to back in 2019. And so yeah, this one was just very simply called Hello Afternoon Tea, and this was great, this collection. This was Garden Party by Maggie Holmes, because it had a lot of teacups and cakes and teapots in, so it was great to use that collection for this one. This one was for Quirky Kits, and this had quite a bit of Amy Tan Brave and Bold. So I had a whole load. I'd fussy cut all of these butterflies out of the paper, and there is another layout in one of my other layout shares that I actually used these on, but these were the leftovers along with this paper. So I just had a larger strip here and a single strip here. Now I didn't actually have enough, so I had to cut it there. But once it's in, you don't really notice it. And then I'm really having fun with placement of alphas at the moment, doing them in different directions rather than just straightforward across. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. The only thing that I wish that I'd done, I probably could still go back and do it, is just add some stitching down the butterfly middles just to give it a little bit more texture. But it's done. I'm calling it done. It's going in the album. So this one here was a, I can't remember whether this was for a challenge. It might have been, actually. I can't quite remember. I don't think it was anything in particular. But what I did is I actually had this cut file in my stash, and it was Best Furry Friends Forever, which I think is a Paige Evans cut file. And then what I did is the letters, I kept all the inner letters. It did have a cat here. But I actually trimmed that off because the photograph is of my 2 dogs and my brother-in-law's dog. And what I actually did was I ink blended 3 colours together on these. So I started with, I'm not too sure what colours I went with, but the purples through into the pinks. And so I colour blended all the way down through those letters. And then what I did is actually pop them back up in the middle of the cut file, just on some foam, just to give it a little bit of texture and dimension. And I also distressed all of the edges around the inner letters as well. And then the little dog bits, some of these bits I think are from some of the ephemera bits I think are from Lucky Me from Rosie Studio, but then I've got some of these dog themed stickers and wood veneers which were just from Tuesday morning when I went over to America a couple of years ago now. And then this one here is another one for Quirky Kits, I think. And we had this paper which was from Carefree from Heidi Swap. So I cut the paper up into the coloured strips and actually made these little concertina rosettes, and then that formed the basis of my design. And then there were a whole load of label stickers in the sticker book, on the sticker sheet. So I actually then colour coordinated the stickers onto the corresponding rosettes, and then just some little gems and pearls throughout with a little splatter of gold ink and Friends Forever on there. It's just a photograph of the 2 dogs again. And then this is the last one for this part, so we'll call this an end to layout. We'll call this layout share part 1. This one here was from a go-go day away. So this class was taught by Nikki Rowland, and we made these hexagonal, well, we made these before in Ali Edwards for her December daily, but we made snowflakes. So these are kind of like flowers. We could call them anything we want, really. So yeah, we did this, and we just backed them underneath a hexagon that had already been cut out, and then it's just a whole load of embellishing across the bottom here. So yeah, that is layout share part 1, and I shall be back with layout share part 2 over the next day or so. If you have enjoyed today's video, then I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel for plenty more scrapbooking videos. And if you are interested in watching some more of my videos, then I'll leave a couple of those on the screen as we speak. And I'll see you all next time for another video. Bye.